Welcome to the bright side. Boy, it is a bright and beautiful day, and I am loving the sunshine. And Caleb just came in my ear and told me some nasty news that there would be clouds coming back in. I don't want any more clouds. Last night was a bit intimidating and a tiny bit scary because lightning and thunder and a lot of wind, and it was kind of crazy, but everybody seems to be safe this morning, and that's a really good thing. The skies are so bright blue and absolutely beautiful. So now today is Throwback Thursday, and we are really going to throw it back because some kids from Fannin Middle School will probably see themselves tonight and they'll go, oh my gosh, I've grown up. I don't have braces anymore. I don't have this anymore. I've changed my hairstyle. I'm in college now. I have a degree now. Many of them have gone on to possibly pursue a music career. A lot of folks will be watching tonight going, oh my gosh, there's my granddaughter. So this is a totally throwback day. We also, I found two recipes that I just loved. And one of them, I think that Gina Mullins did this at a party years ago, and then Kathy came in and told us about it on a Monday at work, and we made this recipe on the show. And then the other recipe we're going to do is one of my very favorites, and it's the tiny taco salad in a bag that Lana Wiswell shared with me, and oh my gosh, we just love this. This is one of those things you can make it for birthday parties, you can make it for a cookout, you can make it if the kids are going to be at the lake and you want to prepare everything ahead of time, if you're camping. It's just a wonderful recipe, and we're going to share that with you. We're also going to share a program that has been around for a while because it brought us back to ETC, and we're going to share that with you just a little bit. I can remember the day we came back, Miss Farrell Starnes was in the studio with us, and it was an interesting day to see her standing there in all her glory, just smiling, and she's still walking around smiling and looking beautiful. So we're going to do a throwback today, and we're going to throw it back to some of my favorite days. I remember when these kids came in, one of the young ladies had written a song, and we're going to share that. It's amazing to me, the talent in these mountains. And after we did yesterday's program, I kind of threw out some feelers asking for some help for Caitlin because she needs some things to make this happen for her in Atlanta. And I asked some friends, and thank you to Vicki who came through for me, and also to Lynn Doss who came through for me. Thank you for helping to make a dream come true for a beautiful young lady who just wants to sing for the Lord. And I really like that because she isn't doing this for the glitz and the glamour, although it could become a career for her. And I think that's important that we kind of lift somebody who needs a little lift, and we can make this happen. We can help make it happen. I've got today, this ear is really stopped up. It's crazy. Everybody in Fannin County is sick, and now they're getting sick down in Cherokee County, which is crazy because the stomach bug is going around, the flu's going around. I've got a little bit of a sore throat. I brought something to drink. I wish I'd brought some lozenges, so I hope that I can get through this. This is the reason that I chose to do Throwback, because it gives me a little bit of a break and I don't have to talk so much. So, we do have a lot of birthdays today. And the birthdays begin with Miss Allie Gibson. Happy birthday to you. To Wanda Bell, happy birthday to you. To Cindy McDougall, to Melissa Stowe, to Donna Mae Young, to Nancy Unziker, happy birthday to you. To Charlie Roper, to Trey Poole, to Archie Carter, Denise Clower, Corin Duncan, Sarah Burnett, Matthew Dunn, Carrie Teague, Russ Shaw, who's hitting the big 5-0, BJ Atkins, to sweet Marilyn Fleming, to Roger Allgood, to Larry Pauley, to Sylvia Johnson, to Jason Coker, to PJ Wilkie, and to Robert Wilson from your mama. So happy birthday to each of you. Some of those birthdays are going to be over the weekend, and when we're not here, we can't do the birthdays. But happy birthday to each and every one of you. I hope you have something special planned. Now, next week is going to be a busy week because next week we go back to having full-fledged guests every day, and I hope that nobody brings in those germs that have been running around. I'm going to have some folks coming in from different areas, and it always scares me, excuse me, because I have not been truly sick, and I don't want to get that way. But next Monday, on the 13th, Dr. Kitchens from over at Reinhardt College is going to be with us, and Miss Jenny Byers is going to be here as the president of the Historical Society. The two of them have worked together on a lot of stuff, and we're going to be talking about that. And then on Valentine's Day, of course, I would have the sweetheart couple of the century. The Bridgmans will be here, and I'm excited about that. They've been off for a while because Miss Alicia wasn't feeling well, and she had the crud that was going around and everybody the bronchial stuff, so she's feeling better. And then on Wednesday, Robert Reese is going to be here. And then on Thursday, I hope that I have a kid here that you're going to really, really like. Have you ever just seen somebody that just smiles big time and just looks so, he's just a really cool dude. And he's been in several movies locally and not locally, in Atlanta. And I want to talk to him. He just has a very positive attitude, and he's a kid. And he's kind of pursuing his dream, and he wants to be in movies. And I said, that is pretty awesome. So he's going to be our guest. He actually works at the local Dairy Queen down in Jasper. And just a good kid with a very positive attitude. And I think that's kind of what makes your day. If you keep that positive attitude and you try to get through even the crud in your life, you just try to get through it. And that's something we all have to do. Now today we are going to share some music from some precious kids from Fannin Middle School. And when I found this, it was so weird because I thought, okay, this is 8 years ago. What are these kids doing today? And I would say you will recognize a lot of their faces. You will know many of them. Some of them are your grandkids. And I looked at it and I thought, man, this is so crazy because they were just kids today and now they are actually young adults. And some may have joined the military, but they were given an honor to sing a song written by one of these students, and it's called Military Man. And I loved having them here that day. They were very positive and very focused on what they were doing. And when you look at the Fannin Middle School chorus now, it has grown in numbers. So, you know, we had the group before, and now we had the group this year, and it's really grown in numbers. So a lot of kids are singing, and a lot of kids are delivering a great message through song, and you're going to get to see that today. You're also getting to see Angela and I as we did a recipe, and this was the first recipe we did. Angela was a little bit reserved, a little bit quiet, and she kind of opened up a little bit more on the second one. But I thought about it. The more she was in front of the camera, the more relaxed she became, the more she became herself. Sometimes she became her crazy self, and she would slide in here at the last minute and she'd be late. And as I get the opportunity to watch these playbacks, it really blesses my heart, because to have this much footage of my daughter who's no longer with us is just such a blessing. And I tell you all the time, if you have a camera, if you have somebody that you love, record them. I don't have anything except one little tiny clip of my mama, and what I would give to hear my mama talk to me, and what I would give to have my mama give me advice that I might not have taken a few years ago, but I probably would now. But if you have a video camera, or if you have an iPhone, if you have an Android, if you have a phone that records, spend some time recording the people that you love. As I go back and look at videos, I'm blown away at the things that I'm able to share, because I just did a little video, and I love that. I love that. So it's just such a precious thing. Of course, I worry about, is it going to be destroyed? Is it going to be lost? What do you do to maintain these things? How do you keep them? I have DVDs, and of course DVDs are the newest old thing, because now they don't do DVDs anymore. They do little flash drives and all kinds of other things. But I have hundreds and hundreds of DVDs, and I worry about them. It's like when a storm comes, if I have to run to a shelter somewhere, I got to take my DVDs with me. That'd be impossible. That'd be impossible. So you treasure these memories, and there's so many great memories from being here at ETC. I want to also remind you about our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So please say thank you to them, and please pay attention to our commercials, and please give them a try. From the new businesses to the old business to the tried and true businesses who've been with me since day one, to my buddy Ed Singleton. Today I posted, and it was probably the fastest reply of that many people on anything I've ever posted on Facebook, but I just threw it out and I said, help, help, help. We can't decide what to name this baby. the puppy that is now 8 weeks old. And she's 8 weeks old and doesn't have a name because we can't decide. And y'all sent in some fantastic, great names. There were so many good ones that I thought, well, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. We'll have to get 4 or 5 more puppies. No, not really. But one of them that just came in that Dawn just loved was Ellie Mae. And she just loves that. So who knows what she'll name that little puppy. But the little puppy has saved she and Lonnie from a lot of tears, because after losing Misha, they had a really hard time dealing with it. And they found another puppy that looks a whole lot like Misha. So those pets become part of our family. And thank you to everybody who sent in the names, because y'all had some really cute names and some really good ideas. And my choice was Sassy, because she is a sassy little girl who runs the show. And because Dawn had already had a Sassy, she said, nah, I don't want to do that. So I'm having a feeling this dog's name may be Ellie Mae. We'll see. All right, we're going to take a commercial break and go to some music. And I think you will recognize a lot of these faces. I think you will know a lot of these kids. And if you do, pick up the phone and call their mom and dad and say, hey, guess who's on ETC right now? This is from 2009, and this is the Fannin Middle School Chorus.
They must Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to get some more mics because we have determined.
You have never been so happy, dancing, swinging, laughing at me, smile on my face. It's happiness for days. Flowers in the garden grow, sun will shine on us below. All our days, growing up and old together, couldn't even dream a better, couldn't even dream a better way. You are everything I need, happy ever after we'll be. Couldn't even dream a better, once upon a life together, couldn't even dream a better way. A better way, a better way.
Fountain Roofing has been providing excellent service for 35 years. Let Lonnie assist you in choosing the roof perfect for your home and your budget. Commercial or residential, he can handle it all. Fountain Roofing continues to provide quality workmanship and will provide references upon request. At Fountain Roofing, we've got you covered. Call Lonnie at 706-692-6997. That's 706-692-6997.
Since 1962, Gilmer Towing has been serving the North Georgia area and would like to say thanks to all of our customers. For over 48 years, Gilmer Towing has carried on a family tradition with an experienced and friendly staff that offers 24-hour damage-free towing, unlocks, and four-wheel drive recovery. So when you're stuck in a ditch, tires flat, or car won't start, give us a call. Local or long hauls, big or small, Gilmer Towing will get them all. Give us a call today at 706-636-4TOW.
In today's changing world, some things should never change. Time-honored compassionate services are what families have come to know with Roper Funeral Home. Our professional and courteous staff offers traditional services, cremations, as well as advanced funeral planning, which relieves the burden from those we love.
Hello, I'm Kevin Roper. If you have any questions about the services we provide, we invite you to give us a call, stop by, or better yet, ask a family who has used our services.
We've had Alpha Insurance since our first daughter.
And when we had quadruplets, we really needed Alpha.
Now we need our own insurance. With great rates, fast claim service,
and a local agent we know.
And we want a company our kids and grandkids can trust.
Call Alpha!
For the best agents in the business, call Ed Stepp in Blue Ridge.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center in Canton specializes in low-level pain management. We provide a holistic approach to treatment, managing knee, back, and joint pain along with migraines, allergies, and medical weight loss through holistic and alternative approaches rather than pharmaceutical treatments. By offering multiple specialties under one roof, including chiropractic care and neuropathy injection treatment, we create the continuity of care that assures positive patient outcomes. So take the first step to a life free of pain. Give us a call or go online today to georgiamtc.com.
So real, you could have died for me. We don't know your name, just your uniform and gun. What a burden that must be on your wife, your friends, your son. You men and women stand with the freedom in their hands. Military man, what you know? Shaven head and big blue eyes, black boots, where will they go? Eyes so bright, too proud to cry. On guard again, military man. Your green fatigues hide a heart in stress. Alone you return to an empty bed, and cries. Same hard shell and big bright eyes. Military man, what you know? Shaven head and big blue eyes, black boots, where will they go? Eyes so bright, too proud to cry. On guard again, military man. Military man, lift your eyes. God in heaven knows when you cry. Bow your head, release it all. From knees in prayer, there's a shorter fall. Though this battle's left you torn, in heaven there is no war. Military man, hey, what you know? Except that this flag is worth the fight, 'cause your mama told you so. You stand to fight, as we fight to stand. We stand with you, military man. We stand with you, military man.
It was all great.
We're back. Can you imagine how much those kids have changed today when you think about looking ahead 8 years? Because that's kind of the beginning of you blossoming and becoming all that you can be. When I looked, I saw one particular young lady that sings in church all the time and is just doing a fantastic job, and I just thought about how 8 years really does change and mold and bring you to what the best that you can possibly be. I want to remind you again to check out Caitlin Berger's Facebook page, and if you can do anything to help her, there's a page there that you can you can make a donation. You can do whatever you can to help encourage this young lady, even if it's only to pray for her and to pray that she gets to the finals again. So, all right, I want to remind you about some real estate deals that I've got going on. I've got 2 closings next week, and I'm like ready to be done with these because it's been a while, but a lot of paperwork, a lot of detail. First-time buyers. There's some great deals out there for first-time buyers. The USDA has some good money available. But we all know anytime you're dealing with the government, there's a lot of paperwork to be handled. And so congratulations to beautiful young couples who we're going to be closing on their homes next week, and we're excited about that. I also have something, this is for that outdoors guy or that guy who wants to build his wife a beautiful cabin overlooking a pond. 15 acres with a pond. This is in the Jones Mountain area. And it's one of those things you'll love it or you will absolutely not like it because it's on a dirt road, but it's on a good dirt road. And it's just about a mile off the main road. So 15 acres with a pond, beautiful, beautiful property. Absolutely beautiful property. You can pick up the phone and call me about that at 404-375-0590. Or I have an amazing deal. It's in Jasper, and this is a fixer-upper home, but it comes with another home. It comes with a little house that you could call a cottage. You could fix it up. You could do whatever you want to with it, and an older garage that you can use for storage. This is on the market for $88,000. So it's something, it has potential. It is owned commercial. It is in downtown Jasper, very near the Woodbridge Inn, and it's one of those things, it's going to take somebody with an eye for what can I do with this? And I guarantee you there's something really cool you can do with this. And at $88,000, that is a bargain. Call me again at 404-375-0590. All right, I chose a couple of things today I wanted to share with y'all for Throwback Thursday. One of them was Angela, not as y'all remembered Angela, because she was bubbly and fun and crazy and wild and enjoyed living. And when we first started doing television, I did it here for about a year before she started doing it. And this is one of the first programs we did for the Atlanta market. And she was a little bit nervous and she was a little bit quiet. That's not Ange. That's not like her. And then she opened up a little bit more. We were doing this, and Kathy Mullins worked for me then. She came in with this great recipe one day, and I said, "Where'd you get that?" And she said, "Somebody brought it to a party I was at." It's a wonderful dip for dipping apples. I love Granny Smith apples. I love the tart and the sweet that's in this recipe. And the sweet it's a sweet, but it's a mild sweet, and it's just yummy. Brown sugar is like one of those things. I think brown sugar ought to be at the trophy of what's the best thing in the world to add to recipes. So I want you to take notes and make this recipe. It is a good spring recipe for doing fruit. You could dip any kind of fruit in it you wanted to, but it really complements the apples because of the Heath chips in it. It just works perfectly. So get your paper and pencil out, and we're going to share. This is a recipe we did several years ago. And then we're going to share the tiny taco salad recipe that is so good, and it is so easy to do, and kids love it. And when the ball teams start practicing for spring baseball, this is the best recipe to have for a baseball game because you can prepare all the stuff at home, you can get it all ready, you can bring it to the field warm, you can serve it to the kids as soon as the game's over, and just have an assembly line of moms doing this, and it's so easy and it is so good, and the kids will absolutely love it. So we're going to share these recipes with you. I'll be sitting here probably hacking and coughing during this, but I want you to just take notes and remember that these recipes, if I do it, it's in my cookbook. It is simple, it is scrumptious, and it is so southern, and that's part of what makes what we do so good, because it's so simple, and that's part of it. Don't do anything that stresses you out. No. Here we go to Harris Farm several years ago.
My secretary submitted this recipe. It is so quick and it is so easy. It's an apple dip. And the ingredients for this are cream cheese, brown sugar, white sugar, and these little Heath Crunches that Kathy says are just great. Vanilla flavoring, and the apples that you're going to core. Now, you know my saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and a little cream cheese makes you happy. Yeah. The apple a day may keep the doctor away, but the cream cheese makes you happy. Angela, will you quarter these for me? You know, guys, Harris Farm has had bountiful things growing here for years. We have black walnut trees here that are over 160 years old, and we get almost 50 bushels of black walnuts a year. We have apple trees, and we have a pear tree that isn't producing very much now. I know that the dry weather has a lot to do with it, but you know, use the bounty that God has provided for you. Pick up apples, pick up pears, can them. Remember when I made applesauce? Oh my goodness, did I make applesauce? I drove everybody crazy making applesauce. And it's one of those things, don't waste anything. What Granny say, waste not, want not. Right. Yeah. My grandmother, who was really my inspiration, lived on a budget. I think she had $5 a week for groceries, and I spent summers with her. So I learned to budget, and boy, did I learn to budget.
And eat a lot of mayonnaise and banana sandwiches, but they were yummy.
They were yummy. You know, this is Granny's bowl, and every time you went to Granny's house, she made a banana pudding in this bowl. And today, I'm lucky enough to have one of the largest jewel tea collections, and it started with Granny's bowl. So, you know, the old ways. We're also happy Harris Farm's been remodeled, and we have great stoves now, and we have a refrigerator, and we have all the conveniences, but it's so nice to look back at the past, and it's so nice to remember the people who did the things without the nice things. Y'all make fun of my can opener, but you know Granny had one of the can openers that you stick down in the can. Remember that?
Right.
And she liked it. She liked it, and she used it.
And I loved her stories.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know, if you're a grandmother, share your stories with your grandchildren, because you never forgot Granny, did you?
Never. I loved to sit with her late at night talking for, you know, till 2 o'clock in the morning. Her thing was to talk until 2 o'clock in the morning and sleep till 11. Get up, watch Price is Right, and go again.
That's right. That's right.
That was every day.
Yeah, share your memories with your grandchildren. You know, your daughter, who is my granddaughter, is going to SCAD and going to do interior design. And Joey's daughter, Emily, is so excited about that because she also wants to go to SCAD. So, you know, share what you know, share your knowledge, and spend some time with your grandchildren. I was so tickled when Emily told me that. I thought that is so cool, because most girls aren't even interested in sewing now, and she loves to sew. So, and that's part of history of Harris Farm. Granny Harris loved to crochet, and honey, everything in here had crochet on it, didn't it?
Yes.
Every arm of every couch, every table, Granny was into the crocheting.
Cover everything.
Oh yeah, and remember her little hands and the arthritis.
Right.
And it just amazed me. You know, she was what, 4'11".
Yep.
But she was a woman to be reckoned with, wasn't she?
And could spit off the porch like a man.
Oh yeah. You know, the first year we moved here, we had the most killer tomatoes. And everybody kept saying, what did you fertilize with? I was ashamed to tell them, but I feel sure it was Granny's tobacco out there on the ground because it was at the back porch.
But you gotta love her.
You gotta love her. You gotta love her. You gotta love her.
That's so funny.
You know, Preacher Walker used to bring people here to meet her and to talk to her because she was a part of Pickens County history, and I'm so proud to have known her. And I'm so proud to carry on the tradition of Harris Farm. We want you to tune in every week, guys. We're going to have simple recipes for you, and we're going to share things that we do for our family. And because I'm a working mom and you're a working mom, we're not going to teach you complicated things, and we're not going to do things that you can't go to your pantry and get the ingredients.
Right.
And what ingredients do we keep? Cream cheese, Cool Whip, crescent rolls. Yeah.
Crescent rolls forever.
Yeah. The simple things. And then one of my favorite things is homemade vegetable beef soup. Mm-hmm. And we always keep the ingredients for that. So, you know, you don't have to do hard things, guys. Just do things that your family enjoys. And I tell everybody, a recipe is just a beginning. Do whatever makes your family comfortable. Now, how much moose have you eaten?
A good bit.
A lot.
More than I know.
Right, because my daughter would tell you, I don't eat moose. Honey, we've cooked 660 pounds of moose that Daddy killed in Canada.
Right.
And every time I make spaghetti, she gives me this look. Is it moose or is it from the Blue Star?
Right.
It's usually moose, guys. If your husband hunts, take advantage of that. You know, you're going to save some money. No, you're not going to save any money. You know how much that moose was a pound by the time we paid for him to go to Canada?
You get a vacation from...
You got a vacation, that's
Yes.
right. I didn't have to cook or clean for a week.
Right.
So, yeah.
Or
yeah.
you got a lot of cooking and cleaning done.
While he was gone,
'Cause
that's
you
right.
had a break.
That's right. But honestly, use the bounty that God provided for you, whether it be vegetables or fruits or deer. And, you know, little Johnson Collins was on with us one day, and we did a soup using deer meat. And I thought, this kid will never eat it. It was her favorite recipe. So we want to share these simple recipes for you. Tonight is just an apple dip. It's just an apple dip with cream cheese and sugars. And we're going to assemble this quickly, and then we're going to enjoy it. Now, Kathy said it was really, really easy, and it sounded easy. Can you hang on to that just a second?
Half cup of sugar.
Yep. There you go. Okay.
3/4 cup of brown sugar.
Brown sugar. You know, brown sugar has got to be the cure-all for everything, isn't it? It makes everything taste so good. So good. There you go. There you are. Now, these Heath chips look good, don't they? I've never used them in recipes. Have you?
I've never seen them before.
Have you ever used? No?
Never seen
Never?
them. So this is new, and I love a Heath bar.
Oh, wow. Now, Kathy, I think she said she had this at a party this weekend, and I'm not sure whose recipe it is, but it sounds great. Now, this is an 8-ounce container of cream cheese, 12-ounce. Sorry, guys. This is a 12-ounce container of cream cheese and vanilla flavoring, and now you are going to mix it up with the mixer. And there you go. How simple is that? I love these simple recipes. Wow. Cream cheese and Granny's bowl. Okay, Angela, what do you think about that? Was that quick and easy?
That was very fast.
That was quick and easy. Let's taste this.
We're gonna try it. Something new.
Oh my!
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Crunchy?
Crunchy. And the kick of the apple, a little tartness with the apple, that's good.
Oh.
And Mercier's Orchard, thanks for the apples, guys. These are really good. That's very good.
Apple pie in your mouth.
It really is. Apple pie in your mouth. Instant apple pie. That's a good new name for this.
Instant apple pie. This is
guys,
awesome.
We're going to have a commercial break. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, we're going to go now to the next recipe, and the next recipe is truly, it is for spring, it is for ball games, it's for fall, for football games, baseball games. It's just a great, great recipe, and I've shared it with y'all before, and everybody keeps saying, now what is that you put it in? The hardest thing about the recipe is buying the little tiny bags of Fritos, because most of the time they have a box that's like a variety of stuff. It might have 5 or 6 different kind of chips in it, but you need the little tiny bags of Fritos, and sometimes I've had to go to 2 or 3 grocery stores to find them. But once you find them, it's so simple, and when I do it, you know, I do it all the way. I do it with salsa, I do it with cream cheese, I do it with everything. I even add some jalapenos just for the adults because I like that. So you can do your condiment tray with all the things that go in it, and then you can decide what you want to put in it for yourself. But here we go to a really cool, great recipe for any time you're outside camping, doing whatever you want to do, because you can prepare this stuff ahead of time, put it in your Tupperware containers, and you're good to go. We're going back to Harris Farm now.
Taco salad in a Frito bag, no dishes. You go to Costco and buy the little packs of forks and napkins. I made it yesterday at the river for the boys after they'd been fishing all day. It was a hit. It was a hit. And yesterday was my first time trying it. So the one thing I had a little trouble with was finding individual Frito bags. And I went to 2 or 3 stores before I did that, but then I hit on one in Bryson City, North Carolina. I bought a whole case of these things because I knew the boys liked it. The only problem with this was designed for an 8-year-old soccer team. This is the perfect size for an 8-year-old girl. I did find that 15-year-old boys can eat 5 of these. So I know Colby ate 5, and Nick ate 4, and Jacob ate 4. So it's a great size for the younger girls. And the products that go into this are your basic ingredients for a taco salad. We have the taco meat that we've already fried and seasoned, diced tomatoes, shredded lettuce, refried beans, cheddar cheese, salsa, and sour cream. Now, some kids don't like sour cream. Do you?
I love it.
You love sour cream. And the boys yesterday loved
moisture.
it. Yes, exactly. And you know, this was the kind of thing, I wasn't sure about it, but it was a hit, and it was a winner, and it was simple. And you know, you can fry this meat and have it in your refrigerator, and then just heat it before you go to the park. So you can keep a big container of this done, and literally in 5 minutes we'll be able to feed 12 kids. So
it's fulfilling. And
right. How many food groups are involved in this?
Don't make me count. Beans.
Right. Protein.
Cheese. Dairy.
Calcium. Yes.
Vegetables.
Right.
Meat.
Right. Right. And the tomatoes, which are antioxidant.
What food group is a Frito?
Oh, yeah, bread. Okay, got it. So 5 food groups. Yeah, that was a good idea. And I don't know who came up with this, whether Lana did or one of her moms, one of her friends. It's a great concept, guys, and we're going to enjoy doing this. We know that it was a hit with the boys, and you know, these boys race go-karts, and they do have big appetites.
Big appetites.
Big appetites. And I laughed because I sent them in the store the first night, and I said, boys, go get me some individual Frito bags. Now, guys, they came back with this size. And I looked at them and I said, They said,
That's individual.
You know, yeah, that was individual to them. This recipe, you know, buy your ground beef on sale, cook it up ahead of time, keep it easy to do, inexpensive, and something that I think all the kids will like. Some might not like sour cream, but just assemble it. Don't give them choices. We know, don't give them choices.
Right.
Just put it together and let them enjoy it. Now what we do, and Lana said to do this, you just kind of crunch up your Fritos a little bit, and then we're going to add this is the refried beans. And then we're going to add some taco meat. And this was just, the boys absolutely loved this. They thought it was the cutest thing. And they just weren't sure about it when I started doing it. Angie, you want to hold that open for me? And I'm going to add some salsa. And we used medium salsa. You know, if your kids like mild, use mild. But these kids around here like medium. So add your salsa. And it's funny, when I did this and I handed it to them, we were actually at the river for the first time this season, and I didn't have my dishes with me, and I was kind of in a dilemma, and I said, Mama Lucy, what are we going to feed these kids? And she said, well, silly, you're going to feed them those taco things that don't take any dishes. And that made so much sense. So, tomatoes. So we're getting your food groups in, guys. And we're going to add a little bit of lettuce. How cute is that?
Sour cream.
Lots of sour cream. Now, Angela, what do you think of that?
I think it's good enough to eat.
I think it's good enough to eat. Now, remember, guys, just kind of crunch up your tacos, your Fritos just a little bit. And Angela's putting the meat in there and the beans. And it really is the kind of thing, most kids like tacos, don't they? Mm-hmm. Very few don't. And if they don't, let them starve. No. Fix them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Fix them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is easy. And I can see why Kobe ate 5 of these.
Oh, yeah.
I can see why Kobe ate 5 of these.
It smells good.
Isn't that neat?
Mm-hmm. I can't eat but one.
Oh, you can't eat but one. Well, we're going to share. The kids will be here in just a minute. Now, remember, guys, this is the kind of thing, the hardest part of it was finding the Fritos. The hardest part of it was finding the Fritos. But it is a cute concept because you don't mess up any dishes and you don't have any plates to carry around and you don't have to worry about getting your containers back from the ball field. So I thought it was pretty cute. What do you think of this? I think it is really neat. And I'm so glad Lana, she kept telling her mom, remind her, you know, tell her about this recipe. And when she did, I thought, man, this sounds so good. Oh, don't forget the salsa. That's right, we got to get this assembly line going right, don't we? Wow. Whoa! You know, the people at Harris Farm didn't eat Mexican food. What do you think they think of me doing these Mexican dishes? Because we love it. We love it. And Granny Harris was kind of an adventure. She would like this. She would like this.
Well, it's veggies. That's
it's
really
veggies.
Good.
That's
they
right.
Love those.
That's
so.
right. And it does have all the food groups in it. And it's the kind of thing that was simple and inexpensive. And dorm room. Tori could literally, we could send all these ingredients home with her to college. Right. She could put it in her fridge. She could microwave the meat and assemble this. She could live on this for a week.
Yeah.
For $6.
Yeah, very cheap.
Okay, guys. This is a winning college recipe. Now it's going back to SCAD this fall.
Right.
We're going to be back in just a minute, and we're going to share some more decorating tips with you. So stay tuned. We're going to have a commercial break. We got to pay the bills, guys. We'll see you in just a second. Bye-bye.
With speeds up to 150 meg, ETC and Ignite delivers more shopping, more music, more learning, more streaming, more speed to power smartphones, movies, and streaming video, more speed for more devices in your home, and more room in your budget with ETC's low pricing and bundled discounts. Get the fastest internet around with Ignite's new 150 meg. More speed, more savings. Call ETC today.
Proverbs 4:26 states, "Ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure."
Too often, investors are looking for instant gratification or some secret formula for success.
The prudent, however, have pondered the path of their money, invested with a vision, and based upon a plan that drives the selection of their investments.
We believe the prudent approach is to have a strategy and patiently work towards your goals.
Give us the opportunity to compete for your business, because at Kiker Wealth Management, the wisdom is in the planning.
I'm Lauren Smith, University of Georgia. Today we have John Davis, former Georgia Tech All-American, Frank Ross, captain of the Bulldogs' 1980 National Championship team in a Subway showdown. Subway.
How many Subways does that Singleton own? He just up at number 17. He started in my hometown of LJ. Yeah, but he graduated from University of Georgia.
Hey guys, who's hungry?
It looks like Subway and Singleton Food Services Incorporated, the winner again.
All love Subway.
Chevy runs deep in Canton at Bill Holt Chevrolet. Deeper selection, deeper discounts, and we're letting everybody know it. Not just Chevy buyers in Atlanta. Chevy buyers in Blairsville, Blue Ridge, Jasper, and LJ. If you're out there, we're right here with one huge selection at Truck HQ. Always get our lowest prices and friendliest service. Online, BillHoltGM.com.
'Cause when you're talking trucks, you're talking Truck HQ.
At Blue Ridge Dermatology, we believe your skin is vital to your health. That's why each of our providers gives personalized treatment recommendations. Let Dr. Mills do a thorough exam. He specializes in all skin conditions. Jamie Savageau is our nurse practitioner who specializes in skin disease. And our physician's assistant, Patrick Martin, is a certified injector for facial rejuvenation. Our certified laser technician, Donna Atosco, performs laser procedures with the latest gold standard equipment. Susan Newton is our medical esthetician. She specializes in chemical peels and skin tightening. Let one of the staff at Blue Ridge Dermatology help you look and feel your best.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Get peace of mind for your family with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to ETC Security and get 6 months monitoring free. Call ETC Security now or visit etcsecurity.com to learn more.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Well, talk about a flashback. The apron that I had on in that program, I still have that apron. And it is now hanging in my kitchen, and it's nice and ironed and clean and pretty, thanks to Vicki, because I don't have an iron. When I moved, I forgot to get my iron out of the ironing board. But it's interesting to me to see that apron, because that program was probably 9-10 years old, and the apron is still as good as it was then. Interestingly, that apron company, Daystar from Jasper, Georgia, has just gotten an order for aprons for the White House. I love that the White House is ordering local American products. Now that is pretty cool. So I have my Daystar apron that I've had for about 10 years. And now folks at the White House are going to have some beautiful aprons, and I think that's the coolest thing ever, because, you know, when we think about the textile industry in the South, it's just almost gone. Just almost gone. And that is such a sad thing, because many women made their lives at Levi. You know, they made their livelihood. Many folks, that's all they knew, was to sew and to sort and to bundle, and that's what they did. And much of that industry went away, so it's really good to see that industry back, and to see the White House and our president supporting American jobs. Yay, yay, yay. All right, we're going to go back to, you know, local business, local companies, local everything you can possibly do. I'm not a big fan of the big boxes. I'm not a big fan of the big to-do restaurants. I try to eat locally. I try to shop locally. I try to do what I can locally. And when we came back to ETC, this is a local company. Been in business over 105 years now. And when you think about it, a lot has happened. You think of the dynamics of how it's changed, just using the telephone, just using a TV, just how it's changed and what we've had to learn. I'm that old generation that I had to learn some things that I wasn't comfortable with. You think about fiber optics, and you just think about the difference. You think about the difference and how it delivers Wi-Fi. So when we came back to ETC, it was kind of like things had changed, because in a few years, in just a year or so, everything changes. But ETC is now offering great Wi-Fi. So many people are getting the Wi-Fi and so happy with it. And it's one of those things, still a local company. So I want you to sit back now and just look, because this is, Ed Singleton probably got the only ever 1 hour commercial anybody in television's ever had, because Freddie walked in with his Subway shirt on backwards so you could read Subway. And he came up with this game plan a few years ago, and every time he would do the program with me, he would put on his Subway shirt backwards, so all you read was Subway. Ed has been a sponsor for a long, long time. His local businesses employ over 200 people in our community. If you're looking for a job, one of the Subways near is always hiring. They're always adding people. They're always bringing on new staff. They're always growing their business, and that's part of what makes him so successful. So I want you to sit back now, and you'll get to see Freddie and I as we came back to ETC. On Fun Friday, Freddie Brackett is here with me today, and we are excited to be in Apple Country, where rivers, mountains, good friends meet, and apple pickers meet. A lot of things going on in this community, and we have pages and pages of hellos, howdies, prayer requests, things that we want to talk about. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a long while, too long actually, and it is so good to be back in Appalachia, Georgia.
That's right. Ain't it good to be back home again?
Yeah, it is, but
I wanted him to sing that song so bad, and he said my allergies are driving me crazy. It is nice to be back among friends and family, because we were here so many years. We developed great relationships with our community, and it was like friends became family. And It was crazy because last night I was putting things together, calling people, talking to people, sharing information, and I said, wow, there was such a long list. And you kept reminding me of people who have been part of our family because of our viewership.
Yeah,
So,
and I had called several people myself just to remind them to watch at 11 o'clock for sure.
Right. That's right. You know, Trading Time has been a big staple in this area, and you're a big Trading Time fan.
I am.
And often I'll come in and he'll be watching and saying, this is a bargain, this is a buy, this is so-and-so. Local television is very, very important to the communities, and we know that is so important to get the word out, get the message out, get the prayer request out. There's so many things that we want to share, and when I looked at all the things that are happening around us and things that are happening in the community, this is a busy, booming place. But
yeah, and it's about to get started for the summer and the fall because it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah. Everybody dreads the Apple Festival because of the traffic. I'm loving that Apple Festival because it's bringing in tons of revenue. Now, we want to talk a little bit about the revenue that's about to hit. We want to serve the areas from Cherokee County, Georgia to Cherokee County, North Carolina. Both areas are about to be booming with new revenue. What's going to happen about 2 miles from my house?
Well, you know more about it than I do, and
Port Royal.
It's going to be a humongous water park, and I've heard mixed emotions about it, but you know, I think
you know what you hear from me is 2 miles from my house. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. We are going to have a water park. The kids are going to have somewhere to go.
Of course, I can't wait till all the traffic comes in and
I whine.
Yeah.
I won't be whining.
Yeah.
It really is less than 2 miles from my house, and it happens to be the intersection that I enter on 515 every day, and I've thought a little bit about that because as it is, I have very little traffic coming anywhere, and it is going to be a big impact on me traffic-wise, but I'm telling you, I have seen the kids have to leave the area and find jobs, so I'm saying welcome, welcome.
Well, you know, that's an intersection that has been known for accidents ever since the highway's been built. So I'm sure that they're going to redesign that as well, and whether it be traffic light or whatever they can do.
And tons of planning, tons of time, tons of things have gone into this operation. It is going to be a $150 million project, bringing over 800 jobs. And these are jobs that are going to be about the community, from technology, the amphitheater. Hey, you guys here who work for the local stations are going to be able to go out and get another job and just grow. We're all going to be able to grow because if you have gone to college and you learn the technology of doing what you do in audio and visual, you're going to be able to do that at the amphitheater. Honey, this is going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. And excited, yes, I'm excited. And some of my neighbors, not so much.
I think you know, Highway 515, which is a Highway 515.
It is, it's not the interstate.
I think that it will eventually, after that comes in, will be interstate. And I think that they will do overpasses. Yeah.
I wonder about that because there is going to be a great traffic flow. There's also going to be a great dollar flow. Now, I know, serving from Cherokee County, Georgia, where you were born and raised, in Ball Ground has not seen a boom really ever. Jasper has not seen a boom ever. In 30 years, we haven't seen this many jobs come to the community. If we go further north, Fannin County just got a new Walmart. That was a big to-do. It was a big to-do, and a lot of jobs were created from that. And one of the #1 subways anywhere is now in that Blue Ridge Walmart. And we have to say, Subway.
Well, you were
Subway.
You were and Subway.
And Subway. And you know, this cup, when you go into a local Subway, you get $10 off of a Braves ticket. So that's pretty cool.
You were mentioning Ball Ground a while ago. You know, there's a Subway in Ball Ground, and that is big time for Ball Ground.
Big time.
That's the first that I've ever known of a chain in Ball Ground.
And it was risky because
I may be wrong, but that's the first one that I know of.
When Ed started talking about that, we gave him the perfect location, and we kept pulling up there and saying, and at first, you know, he was a little bit, not enough parking, not enough this, it was like amazing when it opened. It was just crazy busy and continues to be busy. And it's like the one in Blue Ridge, you know, when they brought in the Walmart, some of the local merchants were against that. Well, they brought in a Walmart here in LJ, and it has been one of the highest grossing. It does great. So, you know, change is good.
I hope to see a Subway near
Marble
my family
Hill.
and friends that live in the Marble Hill area, because that's, you know, Big Canoe.
It's a big deal. Yeah, it is.
Big Canoe is over there, so
Right.
people coming in from work or wherever, Clark Howard being one of them.
That's right. He could stop and get a Subway,
That's
and
right.
he's always budgeting and telling us
That's
how
right,
to save money,
yeah.
so there's a way to do it. There's so many ways that we can incorporate the things in our community from Cherokee County, Georgia to Cherokee County, North Carolina. That was fun, walking back in and just having, it was just like, everything was just cool, calm, and collected. It was a good day. I want to remind y'all that there are jobs available in a lot of places. The one thing that hasn't happened yet, the water park hasn't broke ground. The water park not everything's come together yet, but there are still talks. There are still negotiations. There are still some things happening. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We were really hoping that would happen, but so far it hasn't happened. But I can tell you what has happened because I drive 515 twice a day. The traffic up here and the traffic home is crazy. I don't know what has happened, but somebody opened the floodgates and told folks about these beautiful mountains. And my new slogan is, if your heart is in the mountains, then possibly your home should be too. So if you're looking in our area, if you're visiting our area, if you're thinking I might like to sell my home and downsize, if you're thinking I'd like to buy a piece of land and build a farm, pick up the phone and call me, because we are seeing so many things happening in the areas that we serve. We are seeing growth, we're seeing traffic, lots of traffic, and it blows my mind because as I come up the road, I come up here at a weird time because it's not really a work time. Usually I come through about 10:15, 10:30. That's the time that everybody ought to be where they're going, but not so, and I've noticed that lately. There's so much traffic. So there's a lot going on in the mountains. If you own a local business, please do something and teach your employees customer service, because I've seen so many folks lately who are doing a really good job with customer service. That makes such a drastic difference in your business, and I think it's so very, very important. When they answer the phone, have them be cordial. When they wait on customers, have them be cordial. Just, you know, it makes a difference because we are making an impression on a lot of people out there. And it's important. Mama always said, put your best foot forward. So I think that's very important in today's business world. You know, we're looking at small businesses coming back. We're looking at small businesses growing, and we're really thankful for that. If you don't have all the services we offer here at ETC, pick up the phone and call us and say, hey, I want to bundle a package. I want to save some money. I want to do what's best for my company. And you can do that. There'll be somebody come out and talk to you. So it's about time for me to get out of here. I want to leave you here with a little music from a beautiful, beautiful young lady who went to be with the Lord very young in her life. Miss Kaylee Shea was an amazing, amazing, bright star, and I just want to leave you with a little bit of Kaylee Shea today. We're going to be looking on the bright side every single day. Please make a choice to look on the bright side. It'll change the way you see life, and it'll change the way people see you. I'll see you again soon, only on ETC.
When you wrapped your arms around me, so